Good morning, everyone. My name is Jasper Chong, and today I will present my action research proposal entitled The Effectiveness of Implementing Magic Laundry Grammar with Dice Mechanics in Improving Bahasa Melayu Sentence Construction among students of varying proficiency levels in this presentation. I will explain the classroom problem, the proposed intervention, the methodology, the ethical considerations, and the expected outcomes of the study. For the background of this study, teachers need suitable methods to help students to understand the lesson better. So in Malay language or Bahasa Melayu classes, especially during grammar activities, some students will still struggle to choose suitable words and, of course, build correct sentences. These can affect their confidence and interest in learning. So when students are not confident, they may become passive and depend too much on the teacher or even their friends or classmates. Because of that, a more interactive and enjoyable teaching approach may help improve classroom participation and, of course, learning. So, as for the main problem in this study is low student engagement during activities such as sentence construction, of course, in Bahasa Melayu lessons. This is especially clear among low or average proficiency students. Some stay quiet, wait for help, or even wait for answers, or even copy from friends. Traditional methods such as drills and worksheets may not encourage active participation because it's more like just a piece of paper that looks boring. At the same time, previous studies shown that positive effects of game-based learning. But many studies focus on English or even early childhood education that is more suitable for younger students. Therefore, there is still a gap in action research on dice-based grammar activities in Bahasa Melayu lessons. This study has shown two main objectives. Now, the first one will be focuses on students' engagement and participation during Bahasa Melayu grammar lessons. As for the second objective, focuses on students' vocabulary use and grammatical accuracy in sentence construction tasks. So overall, to the study, it looks at both behavior during the lesson and written performance after the intervention. These two research questions match the objectives. As for the first question, asks about like students' engagement and of course participation during grammar lessons. And as for the second one, will be questions about students' written performance, especially vocabulary use and grammatical accuracy in sentence construction. This means this study is focused and clear and of course along with directly linked to the classroom problem. This study uses an action research design. So the action research is suitable because it focuses on solving a real world classroom problem while improving teaching practice directly. And in this study, the teacher researcher identifies the issues and introduces the intervention, observes students' responses, and then reflects on the effectiveness of the intervention. So this process follows the cycle of the plan, act, observe, and of course, reflect. Let's move on to the participants and setting, where the participants will be the Form 2 students in a Bahasa Melayu classroom at SMK Lawas. The class consists about 30 students with low, average, and of course high proficiency levels. This class is chosen because some of the students show weak participation and difficulty in sentence construction during grammar activities or even essays. The study will be conducted during normal lesson times, so the setting is more realistic and practical. The intervention used in this study is magic laundry grammar with dice mechanics. So what is magic laundry grammar? It is a gamified grammar activity designed to replace passive grammar practice with a more hands-on and interactive learning experience. The activity uses a die, or in other words dice, tokens, paper cloth prompts, and a mini drying rack display. The purpose is to make grammar learning more engaging and meaningful while helping students take part actively in sentence construction tasks. This slide explains the activity step by step. Now, first, each student receives a die and rolls it. The number shown determines how many sentences the students must write. So if they got 6, so of course 6 sentences. If they got like 1, lucky. So because they only need to build 1. After that, the students use a token to open the magic laundry and picks a paper cloth shape such as a t-shirt, a skirt, or even a pants. And on the paper cloth, there is a grammar prompt. For example, if the students gets, in Bahasa Melayu we call kata nama am. The students must write the required number of the sentences using the grammar item correctly. After writing, the student submits the work to the teacher and hangs the paper cloth on the mini drying rack. This process combines chance, task, written response, and of course, most importantly, active participation because it will be fun. This study uses three data collection methods. The first is an observation checklist which records students' participation and of course engagement during the lesson. The second is students' written task sheets or sentence samples which show vocabulary use and of course grammatically accuracy. The third is teacher reflection notes, which record how the activity was carried out, how was the response, what's the effectiveness, how students respond and what problems happen, and of course most importantly, what can be improved. Together, these three methods help answer both research questions clearly. The study is planned over 6 weeks. In week 1, where the baseline data will be collected through classroom observation and early students' sentence samples. In week 2, the materials for the intervention will be prepared. In weeks 3 and 4, the intervention will be implemented during Bahasa Melayu lessons. As for in week 5, the intervention will continue while the teacher monitors change in participation and of course sentence construction. Finally, in week 6, post-intervention data will be collected and analyzed, and the teacher will reflect on the overall effectiveness of the study. Ethical considerations are very important in classroom research. This study will be carried out during normal lesson time, so it will be not disturb the normal teaching and learning process. School permission should be obtained before the study is conducted, and of course students' identities will be kept confidential, and labels such as student 1 or student 2 will be used instead of real names. Student well-being must be protected, so no student should feel embarrassed or pressured. Finally, all collected data will only be used for academic purposes. In conclusion, this study aims to address low student engagement and weak sentence construction in Bahasa Melayu lessons. Through the magic laundry grammar with dice mechanics, students are expected to participate more actively, respond better to the teacher, and complete tasks more confidently. They are also expected to improve their vocabulary use, grammatical accuracy, and sentence construction, especially for low and average proficiency students. These improvements can be identified through the observation checklist, students' written task sheets, and the teacher reflection notes. The study is also expected to help the teacher improve future classroom practice. That's all from me. Thank you.